Have you ever wondered what happens to our bodies when we fall in love? You might think it's all about fluttering hearts and rosy cheeks, but there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. The reality is, love, in all its heady, heart-thumping glory, is a complex symphony of chemical reactions and brain activity. Most people think of love as a matter of the heart, but it's actually our brains that are pulling the strings. You see, when we fall in love, our brains go into overdrive, releasing a cocktail of chemicals that cause a myriad of physical and emotional responses. These chemicals are like the messengers of love, carrying the news from our brains to various parts of our bodies. Now you might be thinking, but what about the butterflies in my stomach or the pounding in my chest? Well, those are all part of the package. When we're in love, our bodies respond to these brain chemicals in various ways. For example, adrenaline, one of the chemicals released during the early stages of love, can cause our hearts to race and our palms to sweat. It's like our bodies are saying, hey, something big is happening here. But it doesn't stop there. As our brains continue to release these chemicals, we might find ourselves feeling euphoric one moment and anxious the next. That's because love can also affect our mood and emotions, making us feel like we're on an emotional roller coaster. In fact, some scientists believe that the process of falling in love is similar to the effects of certain drugs. The chemicals released by our brains when we're in love can create a sort of natural high, making us feel happy, excited, and even a little bit obsessed with our new love interest. So while we often think of love as a purely emotional experience, the truth is it's also a physical one. When we fall in love, our bodies go through a series of changes, all orchestrated by the brain and its chemical messengers. As surprising as it sounds, the truth is that love begins in the brain, and tiny chemical messengers released by neurons are responsible for how we feel when in love. And that, my friends, is the science of falling in love. According to scientists, love can be split into 3 levels: lust, attraction, and attachment, each governed by different hormones. Let's delve into these stages and see how these hormones play their part. First up, lust. This is the initial superficial stage of love, driven by the hormones testosterone in men and estrogen in women. These hormones are generally associated with reproduction. Lust is essentially the basic primal desire in humans to couple up and reproduce. It's that initial spark that makes you take notice of someone in a more than friendly way. Next up is attraction. This stage is a step up from lust. It's where things start getting a bit more serious. You find yourself completely smitten and can't seem to let go. 2 hormones play a crucial role here. Adrenaline, the hormone that keeps us alert, is the reason behind the pounding heart and sweaty palms you experience when you see your crush. Then there's dopamine, the reward hormone. Dopamine makes you feel good and keeps you coming back for more, reinforcing your attraction. Then we transition to the final stage, attachment. This is where you begin to plan a life together. The main hormone at play here is oxytocin, often referred to as the cuddle hormone. It fosters feelings of deep connection, bonding, and comfort. It's what makes you want to spend endless hours with your partner, sharing everything from laughter to tears. But it's important to remember that these hormones don't work in isolation. They interact with each other and with other hormones in your body, creating a complex web of chemical reactions that influence how you feel and behave when you're in love. So there you have it. From the initial spark of lust to the deep bond of attachment, each stage of love is driven by different hormones. These hormones interact and work together, creating the magical, complex, and sometimes confusing experience we call love. From lust to attraction to attachment, each stage of love is fueled by different hormones. Love doesn't just make your heart race and your palms sweat. It can also change the way you see and speak. Let's dive into the fascinating physical effects of love, starting with a racing heart and sweaty palms. These reactions are not random. They're orchestrated by adrenaline. You might know adrenaline as the hormone that kicks in during a scary movie or when you're about to give a big presentation. It's responsible for our fight-or-flight response. But did you know it also plays a significant role in love? When you see your crush, your adrenaline levels surge, causing your heart to pound and your palms to become damp. It's like your body is saying, hey, something important is happening here. But that's not all. When you lock eyes with your beloved, your pupils might widen. This isn't just a figment of romantic poetry, it's a real physiological response. Your dilated pupils are a sign of attraction and interest, and they can also make your beloved seem more attractive to you. It's a beautiful feedback loop of love and attraction. And when you speak to your significant other, your voice might sound different. You might notice that it's higher in pitch. This isn't just your imagination playing tricks on you. Research suggests that we alter our voices when speaking to someone we're attracted to. This subtle change can signal interest and attraction, adding another layer to the symphony of physical changes that love can bring. But it's not all rosy. Love can also trigger less pleasant physical responses, like that knot in your stomach when you're away from your loved one. This is a result of increased stress hormones, a testament to the intensity of the emotions involved in love. So, from a racing heart to sweaty palms, from dilated pupils to a change in voice, love triggers a cascade of physical changes in our bodies. It's a testament to the power of this emotion that it can have such profound effects, not just on our hearts, but our entire bodies. Love can create a symphony of physical changes, from a racing heart to dilated pupils. Love, it seems, is not just a matter of the heart, but a full-body experience. Love can have a profound impact on your health, for better or worse. This is not just a poetic sentiment. The impact of love on our health has been extensively studied and documented. Love doesn't just make us feel all warm and fuzzy inside, it can also contribute to a healthier, longer life. Scientific research suggests that love can actually relieve chronic pain. A study conducted by Stanford University found that intense, passionate love can provide powerful pain relief, similar to painkillers. This is due to the flood of feel-good hormones like dopamine and oxytocin that are released when we're in love. These hormones can help to reduce pain and inflammation, providing a natural form of pain relief. Love doesn't stop at pain relief either. It has been linked to promoting stronger bones. A study published in the journal Osteoporosis International found that men in stable, long-term relationships had significantly higher bone density than those who were single or in troubled relationships. This suggests that the social and emotional support provided by a loving relationship can contribute to bone health. But the health benefits of love are not solely physical. Love can also contribute to our mental and emotional well-being. It can boost self-esteem, reduce anxiety and depression, and improve overall mood. The bonds of a loving relationship can provide a sense of security and comfort that can help to bolster our mental health. But love isn't always a bed of roses. It can also have negative health impacts, particularly when it ends in heartbreak. You've probably heard of the term broken heart syndrome. This is a real medical condition, also known as stress-induced cardiomyopathy. It's characterized by symptoms that mimic a heart attack, including chest pain and shortness of breath. This condition is typically triggered by intense emotional stress, like the end of a relationship. Whether it's a boost to your health or a heartbreaking condition, love can have a significant effect on our physical well-being. The power of love extends far beyond the emotional realm, deeply influencing our physical health, both for the better and sometimes for the worse. The intense, heart-pounding love we initially experience doesn't last forever, but that doesn't mean the love is gone. It's quite the opposite. Love changes, matures, and deepens over time. Just like a fine wine, love improves with age, becoming more complex and richer. In the early stages, love is like a blazing fire, full of passion and intensity. This is often referred to as the honeymoon phase, where everything feels new, exciting, and perhaps a bit overwhelming. But as time passes, the flames of passion may subside, giving way to a warm, comforting glow. This is when love becomes less about fiery passion and more about deep connection. It's a love that's seen the ups and downs, weathered the storms, and still stands strong. It's the love that knows, understands, and accepts unconditionally. So as time passes, love might not remain the same, but it still remains, growing and evolving, just like us.